Hey guys, today's video is going to be a little different than my typical videos. This will be my personal thoughts on the announcement for the show Wolf King. This show will be based on the book saga Werewolf by Curtis Jobling. I heard about this show some time ago and was a little unsure about it based on the animation style from its poster. Now with this announcement trailer, I'm still uncertain. I've read all the Werewolf books, though it's been some time since I've read them, so apologies if I remember anything incorrectly. And given what I saw in the trailer, I don't know if I have high hopes for it. Some of you know I'm a big fan of werewolves, werebeasts, and other such mystical beings. That said, my perception of them is perhaps an unpopular one, as I don't see them from a humanocentric belief. Unfortunately from the books, much of Drew's time in the first couple of books he hated his species and saw it as a curse and disease. Eventually he came to accept this species, though it's something I honestly felt was way too late. I do know though that these will be two different mediums, and there are obvious differences between the original source material and their adaptations, so certain matters could be changed and be their own unique version. That said, it is said that many will see Drew as a monster for being a werewolf, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Also, it has Drew saying how he wishes to control the thing. I cringe so badly at that line. It's just sadly true to Drew's book character in the first two books. I know it's in large part because of my bias. It's just so disappointing to see this continually pushed in such stories. I think my favorite portrayal and lesson about the Beast Within isn't even werewolf related. It comes from the original Transformers Beast Wars episode where Tigatron teaches the Maximals to accept and embrace their beast selves to work in harmony with who they truly are. One thing I also noticed in the trailer was Drew's werewolf form. I could be wrong about this given it's only a few clips, but he doesn't appear to have that much of a change in terms of size, stature, and physicality. Like, he appears to be the same height and build in both his human and wolf forms. When a werewolf transforms, you're supposed to see them become larger and far more physically imposing in their wolf forms in comparison to their human forms, though that's obvious. Still, am I the only one who saw this? I know he's only 16, it's just you'd think we'd see the sheer physical difference. Maybe this is a nitpick, it's just something I find isn't really fitting. There's in contrast just a sheer size difference between a certain serpent character in the books and this trailer. If I remember correctly, they were nowhere near that big in the source material. Yes, they were obviously very physically imposing, but they appear to be the size of a dragon in the trailer, from what I saw given just how much they dwarfed Drew in his wolf form. The transformation sequence is another thing I was actually surprised by that I didn't see coming. Rather than just a pure physical change, the trailer appears to show something more arguably magical given the sparks of energy we see surrounding Drew when he transforms. As stated in my Titans review, I like the swift transformations from human to beast rather than a slow one. There's also the matter of I prefer the more mystical changes in comparison to the physical. There are some good physical ones like the lichen transformations, other than Quinn's in Underworld, are perhaps the best ones I've seen. Though the trailer presents a meld between magical and physical, perhaps this could be an interesting compromise. I can't say for certain yet though. I also have certain fears regarding the actual prowess of the werelords in the show. In the books there were inconsistencies and certain moments in the saga I thought wouldn't and shouldn't hinder or really threaten Therians. I don't want to get into spoilers for the books as I don't know how many have read them. Moments with Drew especially had me actually angry at just how nerfed as a werewolf he felt in the books. He didn't feel as nearly durable, strong, or as powerful as you think he should be. There were moments I really did like though when it came to the deep magic the werelords were capable of and were tied to, though at times it felt like they didn't go anywhere sometimes with these world building elements. It's just sad to see when such incredible potential to tell a different, powerful, and fitting story for such incredible magical beings doesn't go where you believe it could and should. I'm worried the show will follow this same path. For my overall thoughts on the Wolf King announcement, I'm curious yet not truly optimistic. As someone who loves werewolves, werebeasts, and fantasy, there's so much I'm fascinated by that sometimes my curiosity can lead me to stories I'm disappointed to see how they unfold, or even just angry to say the least. Maybe I'm just being too hard-headed, it's just having seen how another great TV show adaptation of a fantasy saga I also love turned out, I'm really reserved as to any concrete hope for the show. Granted, I know my perception of where the story could/should have gone isn't the same as the authors. Sometimes I just wonder if some people don't really see the deeper meanings these stories are or could tell, though maybe I'm just being arrogant here. I guess only time will tell how the story will unfold. Still, I'm interested to hear your all's thoughts on the Wolf King announcement and all these interwoven details. I don't know how many of you all know of Werewolf and Wolf King, so my curiosity has me wondering, I guess you could say. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.